it's an absolutely gorgeous day and you're here for an hour, so you can still enjoy the gorgeous day. Thanks to Parnassus and to the library for co-sponsoring this. Ann and I know if you're here, it's because you're either related to us and had to come, or you are friends, or you know us from our books, which are up there. So what we're doing today is we're just celebrating the arrival of our latest addition to the family, which is Groups, Troops, Clubs, and Classrooms, the Essential Handbook for Working with Youth. And all we're going to do is kind of walk you through the book, the major sections, and kind of give you a sense of the flavor of what's going on.
So the overall book is about strength and the power of young people, and we wanted to share a quote with you. A strength-based approach assumes what's right with youth is worthy of our attention way more than what's wrong. It assumes what's right with youth can be found within young people and deserves focus and time so that youth become more fully aware of it themselves. As teachers, youth workers, and parents, we can help young people grow more fully into capable, thriving human beings. And that's the gist of what the whole book's about, and we're going to give you a sample of some of the activities within.
So the first section is looking about understanding what do we mean when we're talking about strength and power and youth. So it's looking at all the things that help a young person be healthy. So there's knowing their personalities, there's knowing about the developmental assets, which if that's new phrasing for you, that's the building blocks of healthy development. It's understanding brain development, and it's understanding the multiple intelligence, the way that they're wired and that they naturally learn. So there's a lot of research in the first section, but it's very user-friendly and easy to kind of move around through it, and we're going to give a taste of that.
So when we say the word strength-based approach or positive youth development, what do we mean? The quote that I read says a lot of it. It's looking for the good in a young person, assuming that every young person has something good within them, even if they're that kid that drives you nuts, or that kid that has that crazy story that you really don't want to have anything a part of. But I wanted to tell you a story of what it looks like in practical life. So I coach Brendan, wait, you don't have any hands to wave. Wave your hand. I coach Brendan's soccer team, a U10 soccer team, and I have one girl on our team who's never played a sport before. She's really tall, she's 8, she's a little bit quirky, and she didn't know anything about soccer when she started. So as a coach, I have a choice. I can either complain about this kid that doesn't have any idea what she's doing and holds our team back a little bit, or I can figure out what's going on right with this kid. What does she know? What can she do? And she is a crazy fast runner. Never had any soccer skills, but she can run like crazy. So if I, as a coach, look at her and figure out she's a great runner, what can we do with that? I put her on striker. She can beat any kid down the soccer field if we can just pass her the ball. She may never score a goal, but she can move that ball down the field really fast. So that's a strengths-based approach. I'm looking at what's good in her and using that to her advantage.
This is an activity that we do a lot in our trainings, and it's actually in the book. So it's letting you practice looking for strengths. So you think about a young person you know and that you love, and you identify the strengths you see within them, and you identify the strengths you see surrounding them. So we have some really simple tools throughout the book to kind of help you work through, such as this, saying, can you name individual strengths in each of the youth that you're working with? Just simple things to get you thinking about youth as youth at promise instead of youth at risk. And there's a difference in that, and it's very easy for us to do the at risk, and so this is kind of teaching you and stepping you through step by step how to think about strengths and how do we build from what they have going on in them. Another piece, just to give you a little research sample, I want you guys to guess from these two lists up here, and you're going to hold up one finger or two finger, which set do you think is brain enhancers? Do you think it's number 1, or do you think it's number 2?
So which set builds the brain power? You got to hold it loud. Hold tight. We can't see you. Miss Tara, you got to guess. 1 or 2.
So 2s are correct. Smiling, yawning, and deep conversations are good for the brain. And in the book, we hit 13 different brain enhancers of what helps the brain be healthy. So that you have like a paragraph or 2 on the research, and these are all the different things that we talk about in the book. And then you have strategies or you have activities that you can do in your setting with a youth group to try and provide a really good setting that's going to be healthy for them and bring out the best.